Good morning and welcome to our daily devotional from Pilgrim Congregational Church. I'm Patrick Horn. Very glad to have you with us on this Thursday, May the 19th, 2022, as we continue our look at the book of Revelation, the last part of chapter 21 and first part of chapter 22. And this morning we're going to look at the first two verses of Revelation 22. So I'll read this first two verses and offer a few reflections and close us with prayer. So this is Revelation chapter 22, verses 1 and 2, and this is further description of the vision that John of Patmos is having of the city of Jerusalem. Then the angel showed me the river of the water of life, bright as crystal, flowing from the throne of God and of the Lamb, through the middle of the street of the city. On either side of the river is the tree of life, with its 12 kinds of fruit, producing its fruit each month, and the leaves of the tree are for the healing of the nations. So as I mentioned, this is a description of the New Jerusalem, which has, in John's vision, has descended from heaven to earth, and he's being escorted by an angel around, outside of and around and inside of the city, and he's describing what he sees there. And one element he sees is a river that's flowing from the throne, and he calls it the river of the water of life, and it's bright as crystal, and it flows through the middle of the street of the city. And on either side of the river is the tree of life. Perhaps you've seen this in representations of art where the tree is actually growing over the river from both sides of the bank. And the tree is producing 12 kinds of fruit, that is a diversity of fruit, and the leaves of the tree are for the healing of the nations. So there's this extraordinary vision of the healing power of God's presence and God's love for the people in the city. There's a diversity here with these different kinds of fruit, which reminds us that there are many different kinds of gifts from God that are for healing, for the physical life and the emotional life and the spiritual and mental. All of these different kinds of fruit are for the healing, and the leaves of the tree are for the healing of the nation. So there's a strong sense in which the city of Jerusalem is and the throne in the middle is a strong source of life, life-giving, for both enrichment and healing. It's a wonderful vision for us to live by, to love and support those who provide these different kinds of fruit to us. The miracle workers and medical personnel around us, all around us, and those who take care of others who have gifts for visiting and healing others by their presence, and those who are generous and kind and who give of their resources and of themselves. This is the vision of the New Jerusalem, and which I've been saying we can and do participate in now on this earth. Let's close with this word of prayer. Eternal, holy, almighty, whose name is love, we are met here in solemn company to seek thy face, and in spirit and truth to worship thy name. We come in deep humility, since thou art so high and exalted, and because thou beholdest the proud afar off. We come in tender penitence, for the contrite heart is thy only dwelling. We come in the name and spirit of Jesus to make our wills one with thine, to abandon our lonely and selfish walk for solemn communion with thee, to put an end to sin by welcoming to our hearts thy holy presence. Deeper than we have known, enter, thou maker of our souls. Clearer than we have ever seen, dawn thy glory on our sight. Light the flame upon the altar, call forth the incense of prayer, waken the song of praise, and manifest thyself to all. Amen. Thank you for joining me this morning from Pilgrim Congregational Church. I'm Patrick Horn, and I hope that you have a very good day. Goodbye.